Welcome to Conscious Wellness with Lori Ellis. Hi, I'm Lori, your host. This is the show where we dig deep. We rise above the noise, clear the clutter, and find out what really works. The positive, effective, and sustainable ways to create a healthier, happier, and stronger life. And I'm so excited to bring you this episode because I know you'll find value that you can apply today. And if you haven't yet, please click on the subscribe button. Please rate and review. Thank you so much, and I'll see you inside the episode. Well, hi. I have started this recording twice because the first time my cats decided to get into a little wrestling match, and then I started over and a very loud motorcycle decided to drive by my office window. So here I am starting again. And the first thing that I want to say before we get into this episode is that you really are incredible. And I mean that because you're here and you're sharing your time, utilizing your time to get new information. And I have huge respect for that because our time is our most valuable resource. It is so precious. It's our greatest resource that we never get back. So how we spend it is the most important investment. And I want to start today's episode on that note by telling you a story I heard recently that had tremendous impact on the way I look at every decision that we make in a day and the way I'm looking at my day and planning my day. And if you've listened to the first 4 episodes, you know that I've been building on the foundation of how to create positive change. And what are the simple action steps? How does it begin? What is the root of that? And what simple steps are going to make the most impactful, is that a word? Impactful difference in us moving forward and reaching that higher version of life in all areas of our wellness. And so I heard this story the other day and it just blew me away to think about the tiny little shifts that we sometimes think are insignificant, and yet they can make the biggest difference when we are consistent. And that's the key, is the consistency. So oftentimes we overlook these tiny, what we call incremental changes because we don't think they're big enough. We don't think they make a big enough difference. We're so stuck in something being instant that we forget how important these small, consistent changes are in our lives. And so the story is about a ship going north toward its destination, and it changes its direction by 2 degrees off course. And over time, that ship ends up in a completely different continent, a completely different place because of that 2-degree shift that was made. And that's all it takes. And that takes so much pressure off because wouldn't you agree that most of the time we think we have to change everything right now? We have to make this complete 180-degree shift in our life for anything to happen. And that's that instant mentality. And that's where people get stuck because when they don't get the automatic result, then they go back to their old habits. And we talk a lot about this in the first 4 episodes. So definitely go back and catch up with those episodes if you haven't listened to them already. So this is what we're going to talk about today, this 2-degree course correction or 2-degree course change, however you want to think about it. Because we do get overwhelmed when we think about this long list of things that we feel we need to do, or this long list of things that we feel we need to change for something to happen, something that we want. We're going to keep it really simple. This is an exercise I do. It's an exercise I teach. The top of a piece of paper, you're going to write what it is you want, your goal, your dream, your vision, what you're creating, what you're planning, what you're building, whatever that is. At the top, you're going to write a short little description of what that is. And then you're going to draw a line down the center of that piece of paper. And you're going to make a list of all of the action steps. You're going to make a list of all of the things to do, all the things you want to do, all the things that are necessary for you to do in order to get to that goal and to reach that dream. And some of these action steps are going to be what you need to learn. Some of them might be who you need to meet, who you need to partner with, somebody you need to collaborate with, or even somebody you need to hire to do some of these for you. So those can be the action steps as well. But you're going to make a long list and just really brainstorm everything you're going to need to do and put that on the right side of that piece of paper. And that's that big long list. You can number them, you can give them bullet points, whatever that might be. And you might need 2 pieces of paper. Or you can do what I do, which is I have a great big wipe-off board. It's 3 foot by 4 foot. And I stand it vertically and I draw a line down the center of that. And I also do have this on paper in my planner as well. I have a planner and a journal that I created that's a 30-day planner and journal. And I will give you information about that when it's ready to be released. But keeping a paper copy is very important as well, because pen to paper is so powerful. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you're going to write the 3 things that you are going to do today. So on the left-hand side, you pull 3 things, 3 action steps from that long list on the right-hand side, and you write them down that you're going to do them today. You date them, you write them down, you can write yourself little notes about how that's going to happen. You can write the time and making it an actual appointment. And those are the things you're going to do today. And those are the things that go into your calendar. Okay, so that is a bite-sized way to create that feeling of fulfillment, of satisfaction, of actually completing some things. Because we get so stuck in this analysis phase, in the planning phase. At least I do. And if you're like me, you love to make lists. You love to dream. You love to write down all of the things that get to be done toward you reaching this dream. And then we get stuck in that process of building lists, but then we're not actually implementing those action steps. Or we're so scared of what those action steps might look like because they're unknown to us, they're unfamiliar, that we hide kind of behind the procrastination of thinking we need to learn more, thinking we need to know more. But then what happens is we're not keeping a commitment to ourselves, because we're making this list, we're getting ourselves excited, we're telling our brain these things are going to happen, and then we're not following through. And when we don't follow through, then we stop trusting ourselves. And when you keep that commitment, when you take those action steps, when you cross something off your list and it's done, you get that positive, happy hormone rush of fulfillment that is not just in your brain, it's in your physiology. And you get excited and it creates momentum and positive momentum. And now you start to believe and trust yourself again. And that gives you that empowerment that takes you to the next step, takes you to the next level. Now you're not stuck in the analysis, because action truly is the antidote of being stuck. Action is the antidote to fear. Action is the antidote to procrastination. Taking even the small 2-degree course change, that 2-degree shift, it's the impetus. It's the momentum that you need to get moving, to take that action to help you trust yourself, keep your commitment, because now you've taken a step, you've finished something, you've checked it off your list. No matter how incremental you might think it is significant because you moved forward. Now congratulate yourself. Be proud of yourself. Take a moment to look at how impactful that really is and stay in the gratitude of knowing that you did it. Now, what's the next step? And that's your focus. So stay in the gratitude of what you've done now. Stay in the present. Focus on the next step. What's the next thing that's going to be done today? And then every day you pull 3 things from that list on the right-hand side and you bring it over to the left-hand side. And you mark those things off just like you did the day before. And you do that every day. Now you might be adding to that big long list on the right-hand side at the same time. So this is a dynamic thing. It's not static. It's going to continue to move and grow and evolve and change as you are adding and as you are then pulling things over to the other side and completing them. And keep this in your vision. Keep your goal, your dream, what you're building, what you're working toward in your vision. Keep a picture of it. Have a vision board, have a vision journal, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your office, in your car, have it as your screensaver, your wallpaper on your phone, because when you see it, you'll be reminded of those steps. Put those steps in your planner. Make appointments with yourself. And that course correction, that 2 degrees of those 3 steps you're taking every day, that is movement and it's action. And it keeps fuel in the tank, so to speak. It keeps that momentum going. It keeps you on that positive trajectory. And that is a high vibration energy. And I always suggest this to clients. Make yourself an appointment in your calendar. What are your non-negotiables? What are the things that are in your calendar, in your daily schedule, that you schedule just like you would schedule a dental appointment or an appointment at the salon, and they don't move, they don't get canceled. You don't cancel on yourself, because those non-negotiables, those are appointments with yourself. Those are those things on the list. You can add those to your calendar just like you add your clients, just like you add your other appointments, or whatever business appointments you have, meetings, picking up children, spending time with children. Maybe you're in school and it's a class, or right, whatever is in your calendar that doesn't get moved around, make that an appointment for yourself. And then don't get stuck on all the things that are on the right side that aren't done yet. Those are there for your awareness. And then you're pulling those 3 things every single day to the left side to get done. And don't worry about the things on the right side. They'll be there tomorrow. They'll be there. And just look at the things that you can do today. Stay aware of the present moment and the things that you have told yourself you will do today. And if only one of the 3 things gets done, feel accomplished about that. If 2 of the 3 things get done, feel really accomplished about that. So that is a really simple exercise and a really great tool that you can implement today that won't cost you anything. You don't have to buy anything. It literally just takes paper and a pencil, and you draw that line down the center, and you write out your vision at the top, and you list on the right, and then you pull 3 things from that list that you will accomplish today, and it will provide so much clarity and so much momentum toward the new course direction, that 2-degree shift that you're making, that you're consistent. It's not overwhelming. It's something you can do. You'll feel fulfilled. You'll feel the satisfaction of marking those things off. And every time you take action toward one of those 3 things, you are now farther ahead toward your dream. You are now another step, another 2 steps, another 3 steps toward seeing that vision realized, seeing whatever that vision is coming to life from that imagined state, that thought state, into actual 3D reality. And isn't that exciting? That story helped me so much to rethink how I was looking at all of my dreams and goals that I want to happen, and giving me a direction instead of just this looming huge thing that needs to happen, taking it step by step and allowing ourselves to feel the satisfaction of each step and the momentum toward the next one, and having that organization and that practical plan in motion for that positive trajectory. So if this was helpful to you, I would love to hear how you're implementing this, if you like this exercise, if you're going to do this in your daily life, and what results you're getting from this. It's so simple and it's so fun. Leave me a message in my email or a message in social media. I would love to hear from you, and would love to connect there as well. Have the best day, and we'll see you in the next episode. I'm so happy you were here for this episode of Conscious Wellness. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And if you like this show and you feel you're receiving valuable information and tools that you can apply to your life today, please share this with a friend. We want everyone to feel excited and intentional about their future. And we want you to get up every day feeling empowered to take positive action steps toward better wellness. If you haven't already, please subscribe and please rate and review. We're so grateful. and send us your questions. Let us know what topics you want to learn more about. You can send a message to info@elliswellness.com or the contact form at elliswellness.com, where you can also sign up for the newsletter. Thank you so much. Now go out there and have an amazing day.